the 2K Sports pregame show.
So good to have you with us. Ernie Johnson here. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, joined as always by Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs up against the Miami Heat. Miami comes into this one following a loss to the Timberwolves. This is their first matchup with the Spurs since the 2014 Finals. A lopsided defeat in that series. This game a test of their progress since the summer. Tim Duncan, one of the great leaders in the NBA, Shaq. He sets the tone for the entire Spurs organization as far as guys who are on the floor in between the lines.
I dubbed him the big fundamental in 1995-96 because he has a tremendous knowledge of how to play the game and what it takes to win. And at this point, Ernie, he's like the player's coach. A lot of times, Coach Popovich will call a timeout, just let Timmy and the veterans straighten things out.
Tim Duncan, one of a kind in not only Spurs history, but NBA history.
Big fundamentals.
Fundamental or fundamentals?
Fundamentals. He has it all, Ernie.
Oh, okay, good.
More than one.
All right, thanks for setting the record straight. Here's Kevin Harlan's.
Kevin Harlan's.
Wait till you're announced. We've not yet lost all our graces. The hounds will stay in chains. Look upon your greatness and she'll send the call out, send the call out, send the call out.
Two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Heat in this one. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. On the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. It's out on the road tomorrow as the Spurs wrap up this home stretch. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
And as far as the regular season goes, Kevin, this is as good as it gets. The definition of a rivalry, a game between these two teams is always special.
Absolutely. I've been looking forward to this one for a while. I mean, we've seen so many great contests between them in the past that it's impossible not to be amped up. Can't you tell?
So here's Miami's starting group. Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. Chris Bosh is out there with Williams, and it's Dang in at the small forward. Now here's Williams, 5 on the clock. Launches it. Tim Duncan with the rebound. On defense, the Heat coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they were really in a funk from the field, guys. Credit the defense, definitely, but even when they got open looks, they were not hitting.
Hey, Steve, me and you flub up words and misstate things on occasion. So do these players have bad nights. It happens.
Well, the Spurs defense really took off a couple years ago when they decided to pair Thiago Splitter and Tim Duncan in the starting lineup. All that length defensively has made it much more difficult for teams to score inside against San Antonio.
And so here is Miami on this matchup with the Spurs. It's their first meeting of the season.
Well, today we're going to see if there are any kind of hard feelings, I guess we should say, left over from their crushing defeat to this team in last year's finals.
Now, here's Chalmers, averaging 10 points per contest. A drive by Wade. Count the bucket.
Yeah, he's just embarrassing the defense right now because he didn't really need to double clutch there.
Steve was talking about earlier, Clark, about last year's finals, and it's got to be fresh in the memory now that we know.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to have a positive effect, Clark, or a negative one on him?
You know, Kevin, I really believe it'll have a positive effect. They've been waiting for this game for a while. I'm sure they're excited and anxious about this opportunity. They're going to be highly motivated to win. Nothing like losing to a team that amps you up when you get a chance to beat them the next time.
You better believe it. Now here's Duncan, coming off a stellar performance against Orlando. Well, Tim Duncan, in a lot of ways, the epitome of Steve's substance over style.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin, both in terms of his game and his personality. I mean, he's just a winner and a leader, but he does it in such a quiet fashion that sometimes people forget to take notice.
And when I think about Duncan's leadership, man, I could go on and on. I don't even know if I have enough time, but one of the things that stands out is he's never put himself above his teammates or the staff, and he allows himself to be coached extremely hard by Greg Popovich. He's relentless, dedicated, and in many ways he can lead without saying a word.
Good on the second free throw.
You talk about Duncan allowing Pop to get into him. I think really he's his own toughest critic. As great as he is, he's hard on himself. He's pushed himself to become great.
Now here's Wade. 23 points his last outing. Fader on the way, and that one's good. Wade's got 5 points so far.
Boy, he's looked great so far. Offensively, looks like he's brought his A game.
Ginobili outside. Leonard dishes to Duncan. Duncan left side. Here's Splitter, and it's Sean Williams with the foul.
That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to, I think, tone it down a little bit at the defensive end.
Whiteside's checked in for the Heat. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Leonard attacking. No good from Duncan.
And they're now 1 for 5 to start this game, so having trouble finding any offensive rhythm.
The Spurs have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Leonard with the ball. Wade picks him up. Back to Parker. From 13, and the shot is good. Parker's got his first points in this one.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
Chalmers with it. Wade passes to Bosch. The drive by Wade. Whiteside kicks to Chalmers. Shot clock at 3. Here's Wade, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Wade's got 7. San Antonio trailing here. Parker outside. Duncan with a screen on Chalmers. Parker dishes to Duncan. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
What a finish with that hoop.
The Heat have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And Chalmers kicks to Whiteside. Back to Chalmers. Clock at 6. And Parker with the block. And they get it back. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot before second violation. Here is Splitter, looking for his first basket still in this one. Parker kicks to Duncan. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Not a really great start for him, as he just isn't shooting the ball that effectively here early on.
Chalmers against Parker. Chalmers passes to Whiteside. And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
For San Antonio, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8.
Well, the Miami Heat, since the Big Three assembled, have been a polarizing team. Some fans rooted for them, others rooted against them. Either way, they've been an incredible story for the league and have become just a huge draw around the NBA.
6 to shoot. Here's Ginobili, and that comes off the assist by Duncan. Ginobili's got his first basket of the night.
And he will take the ball right into the teeth of the defense.
Wade dishes to Bosch. And he slams it one-handed.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
Yes,
you?
sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
That was embarrassing.
San Antonio with the ball. The Heat getting the bucket. Parker kicks to Splitter. No luck. And the Heat going the other way now. And now with the Big Three era coming to an end, Miami now perhaps one of the more hated teams around the NBA. But Clark, they are still at the forefront of the league scene in the East.
And while they might have lost a bunch of the bandwagon fans, by no means is this team finished with being a title threat. There's just too much talent on this roster. And for the first time in a long time, they might enjoy being viewed as underdogs.
For Miami, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Boris Diaz checked in for San Antonio. So Chalmers nails both of them.
Greg Popovich with 15 straight 50-win seasons as head coach of the San Antonio Spurs. What a remarkable streak of success. And I don't really think folks understand what that level of consistency embodies. He's widely regarded as the best head coach in the NBA, and for good reason. He's the full package as a head coach.
The Heat have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. That's good. Spurs trail by 4. Popovich in the top 5 in coaching win percentage all time.
And he's likely to remain in that lofty company. Kevin, he said he plans to follow Tim Duncan into retirement. Not a bad plan. They pretty much came in together, so might as well go out together.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Well, if you remember early in Eric Spoelstra's head coaching career, this team was new and the Big Three were assembled. There were some people questioning Spoelstra's command, maybe even within the team. Those questions are long gone now. He has become an excellent head coach.
Green, he's checked in for the Spurs. Mills comes in for Tony Parker. Outside Bosch. And the 3 off target. Spurs have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Leonard the pass to Dion. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2. And Coach Spoelstra, known for his work ethic and attention to detail. He's a grinder.
No question about it, Kevin. Got to start as video coordinator back when everything ran on VHS, so you know he had to do an awful lot of work. And he's worked his way up slowly but surely. He's grown as an assistant under some terrific mentors, and now he's really, I think, one of the best head coaches in the game without question.
He's visited college football training facilities, NFL camps, and he really tries to broaden his perspective.
He sure does, and you can see evidence of that in how he handles himself.
No good on the second free throw. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Chalmers dishes to Wade. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Dwayne Wade, a Hall of Fame player, I think. Held back by bone bruises and tendonitis in his knees in recent years. But you know, by keeping them in good shape and staying in condition, he's been able to find ways to play throughout the season and still be effective.
And with the Heat's success riding in large part on Wade's knees, you can bet that he and the team have left no stone unturned in trying to protect him. From selective rest to advanced therapies, they've got a really extensive plan in place.
The Spurs making a switch here. Bonner's checked in. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And last season, Wade expressed regret over his knee surgery way back at Marquette. Stevie said his torn meniscus had been trimmed rather than repair. What was up?
Well, he felt that was what